Well, I'm Daniel Palencia. I came to present Flock Tracker, a collaborative platform for in-field data collection. So let's start with a short survey. Who here in the last week used Google Maps to travel around the city? Of course. So yeah, that was obvious, of course. Now let's go to Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is completely impossible there. Every time you need to go to a new place there, if you want to use transit, you have to live with the fact that it will take you hours to get there because you don't know how to, or you have to ask around and try to find who knows how to get there. The data is just not available. The more we have thought about this problem, the more we have found that the problem is not about Dhaka, Bangladesh, developing countries, or transit maps. The problem is about data. Data is very difficult to obtain and is still very slow to obtain from the field. We need data all the time from the field to do research, to manage our resources, to create more resilient communities, to improve our natural places, to respond to disaster. But it still looks mostly this way. There's people with tons of different devices, tons of different pieces of software, many of them with just pen and paper, and then getting into this mess of data cleaning after they collect the information. And lots of work needs to be done just before even starting to analyze the data. This is very painful. On a general view, this is the data collection process that we identified many people are doing. A project entrepreneur decides they need to collect data about a subject. They match some technology to their needs. They train people to collect that information. They collect the information, and then they do some analysis. Hopefully, they will iterate with their findings to create better data sets later. But we found that technology, R&D, and data collection are really, really painful for people in the field collecting this information. We created Flock Tracker to be embedded in this process and to make it hopefully faster, smoother, and simpler. With Flock Tracker, you can customize every data collection project with your needs. You can train people with an already tested user interface. You can go out and collect information with your smartphone. You can add media, pictures. You can know where all the people collecting the data in the field are all the time. You can monitor all the information being collected live. And you can create really robust data sets, complex and robust data sets really quickly. Specifically, going back to Bangladesh, a group of MIT students and another group of really, really motivated inhabitants of Dhaka collected all the bus routes of Dhaka, Bangladesh in a couple of weeks, thanks to Flock Tracker, and they created the first bus map of Dhaka. We have done many other studies, like this one, for example, in really granular, highly spatially accurate safety perception measurements. And we have been all over the world collecting data on subjects all the way from environment research, household surveys, mobility, physical space surveys. And we know that the subjects are way beyond these realms. Through all of these experiences, we found that Flock Tracker can save you time in project design, in training the people, in collecting the information, and in analyzing the information. We identified already these potential markets, and we are working right now in understanding really well the government and NGO potential big markets. And we see a lot of opportunities still. There's a great amount of new qualitative and quantitative data that is coming out that needs to be collected. Data pool regions are starting from zero, so this is more than half of the world. There's a demand for a holistic platform that we have identified through primary market research, and there's still no market leader. We are here. We're really happy to be at IdeaStream. We're working to incorporate a spin-off for-profit company. And here at IdeaStream, we're looking for advisors, funding to continue our market research and business building. We're looking also for partnerships and people familiar with the markets we mentioned before. Thank you so much.